Curry Channa And Aloo is a very popular staple in Trinidad. It's traditionally eaten with paratha, which is used to scoop up the lovely little beans and mop up the delicious curry sauce. It's one of the main dishes served at religious functions and weddings. Its popularity stems from the fact that it is not expensive to make, it's simple to prepare, feeds a crowd, and is very satisfying and savory. Here are the ingredients you'll need at home to make this dish. Chickpeas, which you can boil in advance. Curry powder and turmeric, and the turmeric is optional. 2 medium potatoes peeled and sliced. You can keep it submerged in water to prevent it from browning. Fenugreek seeds, and these are optional as well. If you don't have it, don't use it. Chopped scallion, a few sprigs of thyme. I love garlic, so I use a head of garlic. Delicious hot peppers according to your taste. 4 whole leaves of bandania and about 4 leaves chopped. Ground toasted cumin. Next, I'm going to grind the culantro or the bandania leaves with the garlic and a piece of pepper, and you'll see what I do with this later on. Once all the prep work is done, I'm going to pour the oil in a large heavy bottom pot over high heat, and when it's hot, I'm going to add the methi, cook it until it darkens. Then I'm going to add the onion and hot pepper. Now I'm going to continue to cook until the edges of the onion become golden brown. It takes a couple of minutes, so be patient. Now we'll add the curry powder and the turmeric if you're using turmeric, and we'll cook it for about a minute or 2. Another option would be to make a curry paste with the curry, water, and green seasoning and add it directly to the oil. These are just 2 ways of achieving the same end result. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of the ground bandania garlic pepper mixture that I just made. We'll allow it to cook for a minute, and then we will add about a 1/4 cup of water to continue the curry cooking process. This is definitely not a step that you want to rush, friends. This is where you would either make or break your recipe. If you want an authentic curried Channa And Aloo, it requires patience. After we've added the water, we will allow it to continue to cook until it becomes grainy and fragrant and separates from the oil, about 3 to 5 minutes. The base flavors are really developing here, and it smells amazing of curry, caramelized onions, garlic, and hot pepper. Now it's almost time to add the potatoes. We'll add the potatoes and cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes, stirring frequently. Then we'll cover it and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes more. Remove the cover and then add the channa. Stir it well to combine with the curry and the potatoes. At this point, we'll add the chopped scallions, the sprigs of thyme, hot peppers, the remainder of the green seasoning, and any extra chopped onion that you have. Cook it for about 5 minutes, stirring constantly until it begins to stick at the bottom of the pot. With this technique and process, we're continuing to develop the flavors. At this point, you can add the reserved liquid from the boiling of the chickpeas and enough water to cover the chickpeas and the potatoes, about 5 to 6 cups. It all depends on the size of the pot that you're using. Stir it well in a circular motion to try to scrape up any bits at the bottom of the pot. I didn't salt it before, so I'm about to add my salt now. Bring to a boil, reduce the heat to low, cover and cook until the potatoes are tender. We will check it every 15 minutes to see how we have progressed. After about 30 to 45 minutes, when the potatoes are cooked and the chickpeas have begun to split and are tender, you're going to leave the cover off and then move your spoon in a back and forth motion to bring it to the right texture and consistency. Test for salt, adding more if required. Then add your ground cumin and the chopped bandana to finish it off.